Hi everybody, it's Celia. We're here for craft time and I hope you were able to tune in to Miss Gina's story time today with Danny and the Dinosaur. And for our crafts today, we're going to make a Brontosaurus dinosaur, which is the type that was in our story today. So if you were able to get your craft bags from the library, in there was a pattern like this for 3 different types of dinosaurs. One was the Brontosaurus, one a Stegosaurus, and one a T-Rex. So I'm just going to show you how to do the Brontosaurus for today, and you can make any of those that you want at home. And if you were unable to get the craft bags from the library, then you can go online and look for the pattern, or I'm going to do my best to show you the pattern for the Brontosaurus today. So hopefully you'll be able to see it and get the picture of how to do that. So what you're going to need, if you don't have the kits from the library, is just a paper plate. An inexpensive one is best because it's just easier to work with than the really hard ones. You'll need, of course, paint and a paint brush. You'll need a pencil and possibly a ruler to help you draw straight lines if you need that. Of course, scissors to cut out your pattern. You'll need some of these little brads like that go in a folder, and then a hole punch and a marker to make your eye. So after you paint the front of your paper plate, like I've already got this one in pieces, but so you paint all the front of your paper plate and let it dry really well. And then after it dries, you're gonna draw your pattern on the back side of the plate. So I'm gonna put this on here and hopefully you can see. So for the Brontosaurus, you're gonna draw a line all the way across, about halfway, as close to halfway as you can, through the middle of the plate. And I'm going to use a marker to make these markings, so hopefully you can see them better. But when you do it, use a pencil so that you can erase if you need to. And the good thing about it is your pattern's going to be on the back, so if you need to erase and it may not look the prettiest, it's not going to show once you cut it out on the front. So that's wonderful about this, making your pattern on the back. So we're going to draw a line about halfway. This is where you might want to use your ruler, all the way across, okay? And the top, or one half, is going to be, I guess the top part is going to be the body, and then we're going to use this part to make the other pieces. So we're going to draw the legs, and the legs, it's like a rectangle with 3 dividing lines, which will end up with 4 legs. So in the middle of your dividing line, just come down maybe 1.5 inches or so for your center, and then you're going to come out to the side and draw another one, and then the other side draw another one, come across, so you have this long rectangle, and then you're going to do 2 more dividing lines. So you can make it a little bit wider, but you're going to need some room on the end for it's going to be part of your head and your tail. Okay, so far we have this, our legs and our cut line across the center, and then you're going to come down in the center again and make a line in the center. This side's going to be the tail, this side will be the head. So what you're going to do is you're going to make your tail, and it's going to kind of sweep down a little bit and bow back up to this corner. And once you come down, you can kind of use the top of your ridges as a guideline. So I just come down just a little bit and swing across there and come all the way as best I can to that corner. Okay, and then this part's going to be the head. So you're going to come up and make a little bow it around and come back down, and then go across again using the ridges as kind of a line, a guide to make the neck. So we're going to come up and do his head, kind of come over a little bit, and now I'm down to the ridges, and I'm just going to draw it over to make his neck. Okay, so this is what you're going to have. Okay, a body, 4 feet, a tail, and a head with a neck. And then you're going to cut those pieces out. So once you cut the pieces out, I have the pieces cut out for here already. Just cut them all out. I have a body. I have 4 of these for your feet, your legs, a head, and a tail. And so now we're just going to attach them. So we're going to put your head on over to the side that the head would be on, and overlap it, and take your hole punch and punch a hole. Make sure your hole punch is up high enough where the hole isn't partially cut off, because they'll have a problem with the brads then. So you line up your holes, and you just take your brad where the head side, the circle side, is on the same side as your paint, and just poke that through, and then fold them down in the back. Y'all probably know how to do this. Fold them down the back, and now you have a movable head. Just kind of line it up, matching the plate as best you can. And then you do the same thing for the tail. Take it and hole punch it, and put your brad in. And then you're gonna just want to space your legs across the bottom of your dinosaur, and just attach that. The same thing, just attaching them with the brads and pushing them down. And then with using the brads, you can move the feet, you can move the head, you can move the tail to however you want it. Now, if you don't have the brads, that's okay. You can just, you wouldn't punch holes, but you can glue your pieces on your head and your tail and your feet, legs, or you can staple them, and you still have a nice little dinosaur. You just won't have the movable parts. And I'm gonna, I'll show you him in just a minute. He's gonna be finished. And I had already drawn the eye on, but just take your marker and draw your eye on him, and you've got your cute little finished dinosaur. Now, if you choose, those of you who have these other patterns, if you choose to make the Stegosaurus, then you'll cut these out individually, and you'll have to glue those on, but you'll still use the brads on everything else. And his head looks a little different. You can cut. I cut a little V in here for his mouth instead of drawing it. And then if you do the Stegosaurus, the T-Rex, on the pattern it shows you won't come across halfway for the body. You're going to come up a little bit because he has a skinnier body. And so his will be a little bit more narrow than the Stegosaurus and the Brontosaurus. And then his feet, when you do his feet, he'll have 2 at the bottom, because he stands upright, right? He doesn't stand like this. He stands like this. So you'll have 2 feet at the bottom, and then 2 feet a little bit higher at the top. I don't have one to show you, but just to help you out a little bit if you choose to make those dinosaurs. And we just thank you for tuning in today, and hope that you enjoy crafting with us. And y'all have a great week. See you next time. Bye.